Aha! Hello everyone. Let me just get my video going here. Come back. Come back. There you are. Hello. So, May 24th. Today, Tripping Apes is #1 at OpenSea with a volume of 240 Solana. 1 Solana to US dollar. Well, yeah, that's fine. It's 51 bucks. So we got at a floor of 60 times 51, 3,000. So that's like 1.5 ETH. Yes. So back over here. Yesterday I wrote about Goblin Town. Today I'm writing about another new project. Tripping Apes. Tripping Ape Tribe is the newest kid on the block today with a floor of 60 Solana or about 1.5 ETH or $3,000. It's gaining attention because it's got my attention because it's #1 at OpenSea today and just minted. Just minted. OpenSea and just minted and sold out quickly. So right now, I'm going to go check out their website. Yep. Tripping Ape Tribe. Alright, so they've got a Discord, which I actually already joined. It's quite large and organized. It's pretty good. Here, we'll check it out right now. It's so large that I don't really know where to start with it. Lots of action in there. People chatting. 384,000 members. Crazy. All these people. Oh, actually, an interesting thing that I noticed about this Discord is this. So hold on. So you can verify. That's fine. Check this out. So down here, you can select a language, right? So I actually don't see United States. This looks like it, but it's actually Malaysian. You've got the top flag is China, so a lot of these people are selecting Chinese as their native language. And then you can go into here, there's sub-language games. So yeah, there's this Chinese only room here, which is really interesting. Canadian, I selected that too. So it's just people talking in their native language, which is different. But I mean, what I'm trying to say is that the language selection here indicates that a lot of these holders are actually Chinese. What is this, French? Yeah, there's some French people here too. A lot of Europeans. What's this? Philippines? But not many Americans. What's this one? Russian. So interesting. Chinese and Russians here in this group. Okay, so they're working on Solana. Let's dig in here into the actual Tripping Ape website. Tripping Ape Tribe website. Right? trippingapetribe.xyz, enter the unknown, it's not a cult. So they've got some pretty cool graphics going on. I'm just going to view the page source really quickly. Okay, it's a lot better than the Goblin site from yesterday. You can see it's optimized. They're using they're using JS Next, Next.js, which is a React framework. Yeah, you could tell this is a lot more professionally done. So I'll just make a quick note of that. So before I get into the content of this site, I want to note that I looked at the source, and it's pretty professionally done with modern React and Next frameworks, React TypeScript, and Next frameworks in place, and their Discord. And in their Discord, I noticed something interesting. The most popular languages are they literally Russian and Chinese? Yeah. Chinese and Russian, and then Canadian's third. Why Canadian? Are Chinese and Russian, which means that their users are a lot of their users speak those languages. Oh, well, obviously that what does it mean? Let me go in here. Are there names also? Oh, look at that. So interesting. Crypto Paul. Speak in Chinese. Who are you, Crypto Paul? I wonder if Crypto Paul is somewhere here. Is it the same one? Let's see. Well, there's a lot of Crypto Pauls. Alright, never mind. I shouldn't look into that too much. Hold on one second. Okay. Anyway. So over here, back to the main site. So most popular languages from their Discord users are Russian, or Chinese and Russian. Back to the site. Its graphics and style to me stand out as being very professional, which match the coding under the hood. It's a simple one-pager, but effective. Okay, so first off, you've got Trippin, Enter the Unknown, it's not a cult. And then join the tribe. So, first off, their main tagline is that this is a tribe, not a cult. And that could be making fun of the other NFT projects in the space, since they are sometimes pretty cultish. Large. Since they sometimes feel pretty cultish. All right. Uh, links for Twitter, links for Discord. It's not a cult. Tripping Ape Tribe is a community-first PFP project on Solana, backed by strong and ownable branding, cheeky storytelling, innovative long-term utility, and a passionate community of free-thinking degens. 10,000 apes have fallen under the trance of a mysterious yet charismatic leader, Charles. But don't worry, it's definitely not a cult. So their intro paragraph gives a bit of background and introduces the degen behind the project Charles. I wonder why it's Charles. And again, hammer the point that they are not a cult. Just a community-driven collection. Is that right? Oh, community first. First project. Okay. Next, they've got more really cool graphics, professionally done. Someone here has a lot of experience. They are tripping. This one's tripping on shrooms. What the heck? This one is tripping on who knows what. Maybe just weed. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 20? Yeah, okay. Matt had a reference and marijuana reference. Okay, so the story so far, WTF, is actually going on. Let's get one thing straight right away. This is not a cult. It's a tribe. Understood? Perfect. Okay. Again. At some point in our inconsequential existence, we were just your ordinary apes, kicking it in trees, eating bananas and shit. Just to be clear, I don't mean we were eating shit. Haha. Everything changed when a bunch of Spunions came to our island, blaring strange sounds and strands of fire into the sky for something called Fire Festival 2. Oh, wait a second. So these guys were at Fire Festival 2. They were on drugs at Fire Festival 2, and they came up with this idea. Okay. These strange beings seem to be entranced, hypnotized by sonic beats, of course. It's a music festival. We observed from a distance and noticed that the mood started to change. When their food and water went dry and their performers stopped showing up, these pompous savages began to devolve. The debauchery reached a fever pitch when one we can assume to be their chief, jaw ruler. Ha! That is hilarious. Founded by con artist Billy McFarlane and rapper Ja Rule. I actually don't know much about Fire Festival, but I do know it was very scandalous. Let me just read quickly on it. Created with the intent to promote a musical talent booking app for the company Fire Media, the festival is scheduled to take place on the Bahamian island of... The event was promoted on Instagram by social media influencers and models, including Kendall Jenner, Bella Hadid, Haley Baldwin, and Emily Ratajkowski, many of whom did not initially disclose that they had been paid to do so during the Fire Festival's inaugural weekend. The event experienced problems related to security, food, accommodations, medical services, and artist relations, resulting in the festival being postponed indefinitely and eventually canceled. Instead of the luxury villas and gourmet meals for which festivals paid hundreds of thousands of dollars, they received boxed plain cheese sandwiches and FEMA UN tents in their accommodation. In March 2018, McFarlane pleaded guilty to one count of wire fraud to defraud investors and ticket holders, and a second count to defraud a ticket vendor that occurred while on bail. In October 2018, McFarlane was sentenced to 6 years in prison and ordered to forfeit $26 million. The organizers became the subject of at least 8 lawsuits. The cases accused organizers of defrauding ticket buyers. 2 documentaries on the festival released in 2019, Hulu's Fire Fraud and Netflix's Fire the Greatest Party That Never Happened. Also a subject of American Greed, an episode of The Con. Well, that's interesting. Okay, so this actually never happened. So let me go back here. We were just ordinary apes, kicking it, blah, blah, blah. Everything changed when a bunch of Spaniards came to our island. Oh, okay, so these people apparently live on the Bahamas. Playing sounds, fire in the sky, something called Fire Festival, too. The strangers began to trance by sonic beats. We observed from a distance a noted mood change when their food and water went dry. Performers stopped showing up. These pompous savages began to devolve. The debauchery reached a fever pitch when one could assume that by their chief shall rule, started screaming at everyone, demanded some dude suck dick for water. I don't know, shit got pretty wild. Eventually the scene turned into complete and utter chaos, leading all of them to frantically leave the island. The event turned out to be a disaster for them, at least. After everyone fled, we started scavenging the wasteland. Those trust fund babies left behind. It was mostly deflated mattresses and bologna sandwiches. The scarred spunion hiding in the crevices. We looked through the refugee tents until one of the alphas, Charles, found a mysterious piece of luggage. He inspected it to ensure the safety of the rest of the apes before taking it back to his dwelling. Months had passed with very little sightings of Charles when he popped out of nowhere, announcing that he needed some volunteers for what he called the clinical trials. The initial groups of volunteers would become Charles's disciples. At first, us apes were wary, but Charles's disciples seemed to be in a tranquil state after every session. Okay, so he's testing drugs out on these people. One day, out of curiosity, we filed into his hut one by one. We're presented with mysterious teas, fungi, and these weird tiny pieces of paper that we had to eat. I guess that's acid, I think. Charles said that these were the keys to the universe, and if we followed his lead, we would all find eternal bliss. So we dropped in. Us apes started a journey that would expand our consciousness. Fast forward to now, we're like some fucking super apes. Our cognitive abilities increased exponentially, eventually leading us to become self-aware. These mystical sessions completely transformed our way of life. Since the clinical trials, we now have a weekly ceremony hosted by Charles where we take controlled doses of these psychoactive substances. He said this is required to find the promised land, and he has started working on his new venture, the Valhalla Laboratory, to get us there faster. Honestly, life is good here in the tribe. Charles takes care of us and has shown us the way. We never have to worry about anything with his supreme guidance. I mean, sure, occasionally someone acts out and has to be punished, but Charles loves us and assures us it's for our own good. We don't question it because, well, he's always right. He's been right about everything. Shit, sorry I'm rambling, but you should join us. Join the tribe. It's definitely not a cult. Okay, so the next section of the website explains a bit the backstory, which actually is based on some confirmed reality of the failed Fire Festival, which they explain took place on their island and screwed things up for them. However, one of the festival goers stayed behind. This is Charles, and he was able to help the native people on the island ascend to another existence of self-realization. Seems like some deep, trippy stuff. Anyhow, they conclude that he will show them the path to enlightenment and can do the same for you, and that's why you should get an NFT from them and join the cult. I mean, tribe. Okay. Nice artwork. What is going on in this artwork? There's like, it's not a cult in this one here. Firefest here. You got apes discovering. Fuck yeah. Firefest. So then the next part, continuing on, next section of their site has two prominent graphics. The first of the failed fire festival, and the second of a scene of them taking drugs administered by trolls. Weird. Principles. Understand what drives the tribe forward. Okay. Community. It may not be a cult, but we did set out to build the most tight-knit, empowered community on Solana. Everything we do, from our branding choices to our utilities, so the way we reveal details about the project, has been carefully engineered to build hype, drive engagement, and create opportunities for the tribe to connect deeply. We believe in strength in numbers. Apes ascend as one. Identity, an important part of building a powerful cult. You're knowing what we're call culture. An important part of building a powerful culture is knowing what we are and what we are not. Tripping Ape Tribe is a community built by and for free-thinking degens. By embracing our true nature, we welcome in genuine creative inspiration and use strategic partnerships with like-minded brands and collaborators that can all spread the mission further. But they don't talk about what they are not. Innovation. Thanks to Charles and his infinite wisdom, our consciousness continues to expand, illuminating possibilities where we once saw limits. We will continue to bring big brain thinking and next level utilities to the project to keep our tribe guessing. In the Solana ecosystem moving forward, trust the process. I've seen that before. Okay, so next up is a 3-step philosophy. Basically, the NFT is built for the community. That they are that they welcome new members openly and embrace their new ideas, and that they are committed to bringing utilities to the project to increase value, and say to trust the process. This is something I've seen before other NFT projects. Okay. Journal. Things feel different now. Ever since I took those mushrooms, I've been able to understand who I actually am. I am me. The face that grins back at me from the pond every morning is my face. When I walk among my ape brothers, I feel as though our minds and souls are united. They seem lost, searching for a higher purpose. If I could just get my brothers to experience this too, they would have no choice but to join my tribe. Cultist scratched out. The vision I saw was a glorious neon lights intertwined with the treetops, perfect union of science and nature. Parties lasted until the break of dawn. Every morning I would wake up to a ripe banana, and conflict was a thing of the past. I spoke to Mother Nature. She showed me how to use her gifts to journey deeper inside my mind. She embraced me and whispered in my ear that I was destined to lead my brothers to glory and salvation. The hollowed molecular geometry of the Spunion's gifts were burned into my mind. I have been chosen to uplift us, and I will do everything I can to bring the future to fruition. When I came to again, I wrote down the rule for our tribe. Trust the process. Apes ascend as one. Spread the mission. I will find more apes. 2. Brainwashes. Funny. Brainwashes crossed out to recruit to my tribe tomorrow. The new members will begin by blank so that they may blank. Not a cult. A cult. Not a cult. Not a cult. Not a cult. Next page. The vision I had weeks ago is coming to fruition. Mother Nature whispered her secrets into my ear, and since then I have labored every waking hour to realize her greatest achievement yet. The original mushrooms I had salvaged from the Spunion's camp have been bred, crossbred, and winnowed down to the most incredible fungus imaginable. My earliest adherents, test subjects, have achieved an existence beyond normal ape kind. They are the first journeymen starting along the path to true enlightenment. I can feel the vibrations of potential as I prepare the spores with every step I take, in the frequencies of meaning and oneness and glory and purpose tremor in my being, and I am meant to lead my people away from the distinct path, and I cannot be tolerated. I will teach my tribesmen to feel the vibrations as I do, and unite us together in resonance with the sun, the moon, the stars, and the code of Chorals. Each ape in my tribe will be granted a single spore from the limited number I have prepared, that they will be a key to ascension, but it's not enough to simply accept my gifts. My tribesmen must demonstrate deep knowledge about my principles. They must devote themselves and pass on the trials I have laid out before them. Enlightenment is not possible without surrendering every ounce of the former self, and these trials will guide my tribesmen along the path. This is not a cult. This is only a salvation a tribe can ever hope to achieve. Okay. Below that lies a 2-pager graphic of the story of Charles's journey in his first trip and what Mother Nature told him was his purpose and meaning to start this NFT project to what was it? Was it on the first page? Trust the process, send us one, and spread the mission. No, but that's, yeah. By trusting the process, ascending as one with others, and spreading the word about the project. Okay, and then meet the team. The disciples are the people that work for him. Electronic music festival owner and director with the humble beginnings, branding a team, expert captain of the party, and full-blown NFT degen, 2017 bag holder and crypto winter survivor, may have tried psychedelics once. Full-time degen, ex-psychonaut, man of many passions, blah blah blah. Hype machine, tokenomic savant, Master persuasion, serial side hustler, blah blah blah. But with 4+ years of programming experience, jams on everything from websites and mobile apps to Internet of Things. Devolved into a full-time shitcoin and NFT degen over the last year and accumulated extensive knowledge in this space. Mr. Hinky, developer. Okay. The page wraps up. The site wraps up with a list of the team members and a fact section answering the standard questions. Powered by Hydra. Hydra is the next gen exclusive launch pad from Sea Shanty Soul. Huh. Oh. It's a launch pad created by devs for devs. Join us in taking utility to the next level of Solana. So what? Hydra Launchpad. Hang on. Current state of sea shanties and the outlook of the future of the Hydra sea shanties. It's a project, blah, blah, blah. It's from April. Okay. Hydra Launchpad. Fruition. Okay. Overall, I'm going to research that later. Overall, this site looks, the project, what do I want to say here? Appears to be similar to a lot of other projects in the space. And doesn't necessarily introduce any new or groundbreaking technology to the space. Just a new idea and theme. Story. During normal times, during bull markets, I'm not even going to comment on that. It'll be fascinating to see where the project goes from here. All right. Okay, cool. I think I've got my story. I will see you guys again later. Look out for my video. Bye-bye.